my name is Esther Mumbi from St. Paul's University, Limuru campus, taking criminal justice and security management. So today I want to talk to you about challenges facing offender reintegration back into the society. I'll be majoring on the Kikuyu community first of all. What is reintegration? What is reintegration? This is a successful movement of ex-offenders from prisons back into the society. Um, in the traditional Kikuyu culture, when someone committed a crime or an offense, there were several rituals that they had to go through. These rituals were headed by elders. So a ceremony was held where the victim and the offender met and a ritual was performed. An example of this ritual is a goat being slaughtered, blood being poured down, uh, as a tribute to the ancestors, as a sign of forgiveness. After this ritual, the person was allowed to go back to their homes and continue living with people normally. In some instances, the person was asked to give some sort of offering or tribute, or as something as a sign of peace offering to the people or person affected by the crime or offense they did. But nowadays, in the now modern society, things are a little bit different. So I want to talk about three major challenges that are facing ex-offenders during reintegration. So one of the major challenge is stigmatization. Stigmatization is the act of treating someone unfairly by publicly disapproving them. When a person gets out of jail, people tend not to accept them wholeheartedly. Maybe a person was a thief, maybe he killed someone, maybe child defilement, maybe rape, maybe robbery, things, arson. Maybe the person did a specific crime and no one is willing to accept them fully, because when you get out of jail, people still label you as a thing that got you back to jail. People, for a person who raped, he's still called a rapist. Person who killed is still called a murderer. A person who steals is still called a thief. And this labeling really affects the ex offenders, because when labeling someone, it can affect them in various ways. One way it can affect them is that they may accept the labeling, they might accept they're a thief, accept they're a murderer, accept they're a rapist, and continue with crime, to find peace in what they have been called, and actually do the things that people allege them to have been doing, which will increase crime rates and won't help them in any way. Another issue is unemployment. When a person gets out of jail and maybe maybe they learned some certain skills that were to help them in their lives. They learned maybe welding, carpentry, maybe they learned how they were taught, they even did exams, KCSE, KCPE, in back in jail. But they get out of jail and no one is willing to employ them. No one wants to be associated with a person who once went to jail. This has been the notion. People have been doing this for a while now. Though there are some things that have been implemented to help this, though it's still a major issue in unemployment, because maybe someone did something, they had a profession, they were a teacher, they were a doctor, maybe they were a lecturer, maybe they had specific things that they were doing. No one is willing to employ them. Apart from being employed, when they want to start a business, and they have no funding because they have gotten out of jail and they seek for loans. No one wants to give a person who was once in prison a loan, because they don't trust the person and they don't think the person will actually give them back their money, because of what the society has labeled them to be. The last challenge I'll be talking about is lack of housing. So when the person gets out of jail, the this it does affect everyone, but majorly the people who have been in jail for 5 plus years, 5, 10, 15, 20, all those years. It affects them because they've been in jail for a while. Maybe some of them lost contact with their family, with the society. They're out of jail now, they go try to go back home. they have no one, they have no place, the home that they left is not yet there, maybe the land that the person had left was sold and taken, maybe someone else is living there, what they left that was there is not there. So they get out of jail, they have no place to live, they have no family, they have no support system, they don't know where to go, and it really really affects them. These people may tend to go back to their, to whatever they're doing, maybe just because they want to commit a crime and be caught again and go back to jail, where at least they found a home or a safe haven. Because now here outside with everyone else, everyone is judging them, no one's, they have no place to go, and it affects them negatively. So all these three challenges, in everything they can be a solution. So in stigmatization, I think that campaigns will really really help when we put campaigns to help these people, to talk to people and help them understand that ex offenders can actually be good people and they are okay. This will help them. These campaigns can be put on in villages, urban centers, even in schools, to help the children understand, so that the next generation that comes, which will be able to understand and accept these people better, to reduce the crime rates in our country. Unemployment can be solved in various ways. So I think changing the law will help, cause when the law is changed and the government says that, and a law is given out that every business or company or institution should have a minimum of this number of offenders in the institution, ex offenders, people who are once in jail, learned skills, came out. Every institution, every school, every company, every business should have at this number of ex offenders. This will help them get employed. This will help those people get employment. And because people may be afraid of, maybe they haven't changed, maybe they're still the same way, I'll also suggest that an insurance cover to be introduced, where the person pays an insurance cover for a period of time during this job that they have gotten. Maybe immediately they get out of jail and they are looking for a job and they get one, they pay an insurance cover, where in case they do commit a crime in that business or in that workplace, the person who is affected directly will be compensated. This will also motivate people to employ ex offenders. And concerning the lack of housing issues, I will suggest that the government and NGOs, and some NGOs, build houses for ex offenders, places where when someone gets out of jail, they have a place to stay for maybe a duration of 3 to 6 months, where they are given food and shelter, and as during this period, they are assisted to help them reconnect back to their families, have conversation with their families, which will help them, and also help them in getting jobs and applying in certain areas. This will help them in various ways. Hope to learn something from this video. Bye.